No, I'm not aware of any courses like that. There have been some kind of courses like that, and it typically happens in the community center setting, in communities where artists live, a prominent artist, let's say in Oakland, California, or in Dusseldorf, or wherever, Berlin, or Amsterdam, where there is a prominent artist that decides to open up a workshop and will teach neighborhood kids how to paint or come in and do that kind of work. I've seen something like that in Copenhagen before. And so, but structured with funding from the government or some institution, I haven't seen anything like that at all, not even on the illustration side. I think that there have been courses like at Pratt University in the continuing studies department, where artists have come in and have taught or lectured, one or two sessions. And so that has happened. And I've also done that as well, more on a history side, sometimes more on a theory side, but not necessarily on a practical art making side. And I think that it is something that would work very well, because now there are opportunities for artists, both from a commercial fine art standpoint, also from a mural making standpoint. And so some of the more successful mural initiatives have included graffiti artists. So the most successful one in the United States is, I think, the Mural Arts Program in Philadelphia. It's been around for over 20 years. It's funded by the city. It's used as an alternative to incarceration for youth. So you get assigned to a mural, quote unquote, company that paints the biggest murals in Philadelphia, and you end up working with a master painter. Some of those master painters have been graffiti artists who have been commissioned to come to Philadelphia to do a painting. And so in that season, those young kids, many who have been caught tagging, get to work with a master graffiti artist, which is pretty incredible, because that's something that you don't see anymore, since the trains don't exist. Where do you meet these master painters? How do you get to train with them? And so it's a really interesting program. And I think that one works really well for a while, and I think it's still going on. There's a mural company called Groundswell in New York City that does the same thing. They receive funding from the government. They employ youth, teenagers to paint murals all summer long, and they partner them with master painters. And some of them, again, are master graffiti artists that are now muralists that paint at a tremendous scale. And so some of those teenagers go on to have perhaps their lives change and see art as an avenue for themselves, or mural making as an avenue for their lives. And so there's interesting ways to approach it. Not a lot of people doing it.